And I always say I'm good with people, but please, get me someone who can deal with the technology for me. So anyway, so that for now it's just me. We are going to look at all the technical issues, all the things that we can do to make sure to be live with you, both of us, with Martina, because I just love that interaction of two of us and then with all of you, and you know how it goes. So for now, I must be good enough, okay? And I'm totally am. So today we are going to talk about what are we saying yes to our life, and why, and I'm just going to share from what's going on for me and what I'm currently saying yes to in my life, and why I chose this subject. So first of all, I want to share why I chose this subject as a next theme that we are going to talk about. So every week we've got a different themes, and this theme kind of like pulled me in. So the reason why is that I personally believe that life is about choices. And it's about choices that we make in our life, that can be either coming from the space that is empowering, is like something that is going to be working in your life. So it's like, yay, like I'm taking this choice because it's my choice, it feels good in my soul, it feels good inside me. Or it's a choice like, okay, I have to do it to survive, okay? And and I know a lot of people, or even me in the past, has been making these choices, and maybe sometimes I still do. The only reason, or the only difference between maybe me and people who got this knowledge and other people is that we still do it. The only difference is that I'm a little bit more aware where I'm doing it these days. So I have a choice. And life really is about choices. So let me give you examples. Sorry, I'm just putting a little oil on my head. I'm drifting off, sorry guys, but this is something that I've been recently addicted to. Is like little essential oils. This one, I smell like a wild orange. I love it, I love it. I started doing aromatherapy yoga. And yeah, this is my new addiction. So anyway, Lutka, welcome, and welcome everyone who's joining us lunchtime. I was trying to let you guys know as much as possible about this happening every Wednesday, so let's see how many of you will actually hang around with us, because this is really very casual kind of hangout. You can see I've got a cup of tea here, and I'm just here for you, and hopefully to make this as interactive as possible. So yes, sharing from my life, where I was just a moment ago, is about, making those choices in life. And the difference, by the way, the difference between decision and choice is that decision, you are kind of decide, it's kind of like you have to do it. Choice is like I'm choosing to do it. It's so much more powerful. So those of you who done a landmark worldwide probably heard about this, and you are like really trained in this, and well done to us, because it is very powerful to have this little tool. Martina is saying, hello, I'm here. Thank God for that, Martinka. I'm really missing you live with me. I'm actually realizing how lonely it can feel to be live here without you. I just really love the space we created 2 weeks ago. And by the way, guys, we are going to be doing this every week now on Wednesday lunchtime. So in case you are watching this as a recording, please come along anytime so we can have you live. I appreciate it's during the day, and we didn't find a slot that would work for us in the evening, but I think we can make it work as long as guys, that we are here every Wednesday at 1 o'clock. I believe even if like for 5 minutes, I believe you can join us from your lunch break, or just checking in your phone. So please remember, we are here every Wednesday, and it's going to be different theme every week. So just a little introduction why we are doing it, for no particular reason. We just want to reach out to people, connect, and maybe try something new. Also bring the value to people, and I love doing that, and connecting people, and just really reach out, as well as having fun and sharing what might resonate with someone. I want to hear your stories. This is about hearing how is it for you. So I'm going to be asking you questions, and I want you to kind of feel free to interact. So I chose this subject to be, what are we saying yes to in our life? And from my world at the moment, kind of things that I'm saying yes to in my life. Well, first of all, I realized that for me to say yes to things in my life is I need to create a space for it in my life. And for me to create a space for it in my life, in those powerful yeses that I will say, I need to choose to say no to certain things. And for me, that's a much more of a challenge than saying yes to things that I want, because I know what I want, I know what I don't want, and how do I make it work now? So if you are one of these people who are kind of like having the clarity about you know what you want, you know what you don't want, and you're just not sure how to make it work because so much is happening in your life, in your world. So let me know, guys, if anybody is out there. Martina is saying just share the video. Very good. Very good. Yeah, I will read your messages, so please type in for me any questions or any kind of shares, like how it is for you, and in the meantime I'm going to share myself. So definitely I'm in a stage where I'm creating space for more yeses in my life. So let me share about what do I choose to share, to say much more yeses to in my life. So I already said this little thing is little, I've got almost nothing left here. Essential oils that are like really good. They are like, I can actually eat them. They are so good. I put them in my water, in my tea. I put them just about everywhere. And it's that thing that makes me happy. I mean, this particular one, it's called Wild Orange. And so at the end of my aromatherapy yoga classes that I'm going to run soon, I'm going to put this as the last oil on my students, as a little head massage on my students, just to pick them up, because it's the happy oil. So I'm definitely saying yes to the happiness in my life. I'm totally creating a space for something new to happen in my life. So what I mean by that is that for so long I've been one of these busiest people, in the world. Like, not in the world, but I'm like constantly busy, and actually with my friend Vanessa, thank you very much, darling, you are here. We had amazing Sunday, and we spent the time together, like walking down the market and exploring these nice little little cafes and in Bounds Green. And then we had such an amazing, heart to heart. She's a good friend of mine. And we had this amazing afternoon, and it just really got me present to how much I miss spending time like one-to-one with my very close friends. And Lutzka is saying yes to cakes. Yes, Lucy. For example, on that subject, it's all about like healthy living and stuff. But yeah, exactly. I mean, I had on my yoga walk, Marcella, my other good friend, who came to my last yoga walk we had 3 weeks ago. That was amazing, we had a little lunch, and she said to me, Lucia, I just had a fish and chips after 7 years. And in that moment, I really got, it's not about fish and chips. You know, this girl basically said yes to life. And it's not like fish and chips are healthy or not healthy, but, you know, she said yes to eating something she really enjoys in life. And, you know, when she shared that for me, I really seen and felt the significance of it, because I suddenly realized that, you know, for my dear friend, saying yes to fish and chips is equivalent of saying yes to be happy again. Do you get me, guys? I was so excited. And, you know, my friend went through really challenging times in her life, and I was so pleased. You know, I talk about my yoga walks, and the truth is, guys, you have no idea what's going on there. Like, and I don't think I have words to explain it or describe it, because the truth is, I cannot predict what's going to happen on these yoga walks. But what I am providing is this amazing space where I can create miracles to happen for people, literally. And so when Marcela accepted my invitation, with her husband, I was really glad, because I knew it's going to be magical for them, because those kind of things happen there. And yeah, and I just had this vision about, you know, seeing her smiling again, and she did. You know, she did. And for me, that was one of the best moments. So one of you other day, you know, said to me, it's amazing, like, people around you look so happy. And so thank you so much for that message, because, you know, this is it. This is my commitment in life. What I am saying yes to is bringing light into people's world, into, you know, in a small way, in a big way. Obviously, obviously, it's not obvious, but what I'm noticing, that more people come, like, regularly for my classes, my students, the more difference and more changes are happening in their life. I don't know how this works, guys. I'm just plugging in with my intuition. I just keep on doing that. I just keep on, just loving people and giving them what I intuitively feel they need. So I can't even really express it in words. The only thing that moves me over and over and over again is the results, and how life just happens in such a natural way. So I'm definitely saying much more yeses to that. Like, I'm totally saying yes to community. I'm saying yes to let's do what we feel passionate about. I'm saying yes to appreciating little things in life. Like, I got these amazing flowers from one of my students yesterday, and I'm just like enjoying like the sense of smell and like the spring. I'm saying yes to spring for sure. Let me know, guys. Talk to me. What are you saying yes to in your life, and why? Why are you saying yes in your life? And this is the moment where I want to be a little bit quiet and have a sip of water. While I'm waiting for your yeses, and then I'm going to share a little bit about what I'm choosing to say no to in my life. So let me think, because honestly, the way I do these things, I don't actually prepare for these. Well, I do. I prepare like just groundwork, but I'm pretty much like sharing from what is coming up from my gut feeling, hoping that I'm going to connect with you guys and you are going to give me a feedback and I can go from there. So yes, Martina is saying yes to positivity. Yeah, absolutely. And Martinka, you know, positivity, some people say, oh, being positive, and it becomes almost this empty word, you know. How I like to think about positivity is not just this fake thing that we put on, like face-wise, but, you know, smiling from your heart when you spend the time on your own and you feel this joy in your being, like just this amazing, like, happiness, like sheer happiness to be alive. Like, that's what I want to see more with my students, or with my clients, or with my friends, or with people in general in the world, is that aliveness, you know, that thing that you wake up in the morning and, you know, you kiss your partner and you're happy to be alive, you're happy to get out of the bed because it's another day where you have another opportunity to create something new. So that's yes to positivity, like feeling alive. Thank you for that, Martina. It's so great. And by the way, guys, there is no right or wrong what you can write here. Like, whatever you are saying yes to, because your yeses are going to, you know, some of them are going to stay same. Some of them are going to change according to the priorities in your life. You know, I'm definitely saying much more yeses to, in my life, to like quality time with myself and my family and my husband. You know, I'm just thinking of restructuring my whole business in the way. I had a call before this live session with amazing business coach who I'm thinking of creating something with, and you know, and to restructure my business, to create the space for all the amazing things that I want to do in my life, including traveling. Again, with my husband. I don't know how I can make it work because I'm in completely different journey. I was thinking I've done all that traveling. You know, I traveled the world. But, you know, why not? I want to live my life from the space that, you know, that I can have everything. You know, I can have it all. And even if I can't have something in this moment, like at the moment I can't be sitting on the beach because I'm in London, you know, I can definitely create that for a near future if I choose to do so. So definitely, what are you saying yeses, or what is preventing you to say yeses in your life? Because I know some of you might be listening to this and think, oh well, you know, I would like to say more yeses to this, but I just don't have enough time. Or, you know, I would like to say yes to you know, being in relationship, but I just can't find a man. Or, you know, I want to say yes to much more money and earning much more money much easier in less time, but I just don't know how. You know, that's all kind of valid, you know, concerns, but, and also valid yeses. And then it's just kind of, yeah, so I want to provoke a thought maybe a little bit, and I want to, you know, these live sessions, they are not going to fix your problems, but hopefully some of you that will listen maybe just the sections of this, hopefully it will provoke some kind of juices to get, you know, it's just in my sharing, or in sharing of hopefully more of you in a moment. It's going to provoke some, we are going to inspire each other. That's what I want in these live sessions, for us to inspire one another. What I'm saying also yes to is, in actual fact, let me say few things what I'm saying no to, because we need to say no to some things to create the powerful, much more powerful yeses in our lives. So I'm just checking the time. I've got a time here on my other phone, because I know I promised I'm going to be here. So we've got another 25 minutes together. So no, what I'm saying no to in my life is the feeling of overwhelm. So I had a stage of my life recently. I'm very, very lucky, very grateful for this. And having lots of opportunities coming my way. Let me see what Lucia is writing. So she's saying yes to love, but too scared to love someone. This is so beautiful. Lucka, so much. I thank you so much for sharing. I'm totally going to post what I wanted to say, because this is, I just want to react to this. And, you know, guys, I will always, I'm always very happy to interrupt whatever I'm saying to be there for you. So, Lucka, you said yes to love, but too scared to love someone. And, you know, Lucy, sometimes in life, it's like we can be walking in life around with our heart on a sleeve, you know, like that. And by the way, when we've been babies, we used to do that. We had a heart like this on a palm. And that's why we love children, because they're innocent and they're so ready to love, without expectations. Babies or children will never judge you. They will never, you know, or dogs or cats, animals, same thing. But what happened in life, Lucka, is that, you know, we go through life and we have our hearts broken. Not once, many times. Sometimes over and over again. I've got one of my other friends that, you know, have just shared with me. I have to stop sharing the names here, but basically, yeah, she said to me, Lucia, what it is that my, you know, in my life, I'm repeating, like attracting same type of guys in my life, and it just doesn't work, you know. And then it's happening over and over again, and I always think it's going to be different this time, but the same thing happens. Well, guys, let me tell you, it was happening to me. Do you know what was my pattern? And that was my, you know, I thought I'm saying love to, I'm saying yes to love, but in fact I was saying something like, yes, I want to be in a relationship, but under my conditions. And I want to do it my way. I want him to be perfect and tick all my boxes, and after he does that, he deserves me. But in fact, what I was doing, I was kind of putting the wall in front of me. And I was justifying it with, you know, I'm too busy for a relationship. All the good ones are taken. What else? What did I used to say? They all just want me in bed. Yeah. Then, yeah, there was lots of things. And Petra just joined me, Vierka, my very good close friends. And they know me. Now I'm with amazing men. Like, girls, you both know Billy. What a miracle that is, right? And, you know, who is talking is someone who had a long ride to get to this point. And, you know, now I really have a man who I absolutely, you know, I mean, we've been together, I think it's coming up to our 5th anniversary. And every single morning when I wake up and he's next to me, I don't even open eyes. I just kind of reach out to him. You know, he's a bit hairy, so, you know, I know what to expect. And before I open my eyes, I just feel him, you know. I just touch his back and I make sure he's breathing okay. I just put my arms on him, put my hands on him, and I send him a bit of a, you know, healing energy. I do it subconsciously, guys. I just do it that way. And I just connect, and I spoon him. And in that moment, every single morning, I start the day with a huge gratitude to what I have in life, because it hasn't been a case for many, many years. I had my heart broken and twisted and squashed and squeezed and kicked and chucked in the mud, many, many times. So Lutzka, I know what you're saying. What made a difference to me is a tremendous courage. So in my case, I had a courage to deal with my past and to take a responsibility and find my voice. I to be honest with you, I've done so much like personal development stuff that, especially with Landmark Worldwide, that made a huge difference. And then in combination with yoga, meditation, all that stuff, guys, it's hard to say what made the biggest difference to me, but I think it was combination of everything. So I hope Lutzka is saying exactly. Well, exactly. I mean, and guess what, Lutzi? Good news is that you are not the only one on the planet. It's literally the story of most of every single human being goes through this experience one way or another. We go through life, we have our hearts broken, we get disappointed, we get betrayed, then you find the new job and your boss is an asshole, so then he's from Australia, so you decide, yeah, all Australian bosses are assholes, that kind of thing. And then, then you go through life and then you lift up your arm and you say something, normally at school, so you say something and you're really excited because you know the answer and it's a wrong answer. What do you decide? You make a decision there and then. You say, I will never, ever, ever, ever in my life say anything on a Facebook Live, because it can be a wrong thing to type. And what if I will be embarrassed? Or, we basically, from this amazing person that we used to be, this amazing child that used to be like open to everything, all the possibilities, everything in the world, we shrink into this little egg, like a dot on the whole world, and we feel so small, and then we are just like kind of struggling to get through the day, like earn money and go forward, and then, oh my god, it's exhausting. And then, we completely forget about our dreams. Some of us get totally discouraged. I know I had a time of my life when I was thinking, do you know what, this is it, like all the good stuff already happened. I'm just standing here in the garden and I'm thinking there is nothing else for me, because I gave up on my dreams. Half year before that, I gave up because I felt I'm not good enough. And look at me now. So everything is possible to turn around. It is so possible. And I think I'm here to deliver that message. It's not just illusion. Martina is writing, it's about mindset. It is about mindset. Totally. It's what we create with our thoughts. And it literally, for example, today, one of my housemate was, she was saying something like, she said something like hard life or something. I can't remember what she said, but it was something in that context. And I said, it's great because she gets free coaching. She just, lives here. So, not coaching, but you know what I mean, like just being around me. Bled said, I don't need personal development. I've got you around me. So I don't need any courses. He's right. I'm walking, talking thing. So, and she said something like, hard life. And I said, let's be aware of language. Let's really be aware of our thoughts and our language. By the way, thoughts, we cannot stop them. Okay, it's like our mind. My teacher used to say, my yoga teacher, like your mind is like a monkey. It jumps from tree to tree. There's so many thoughts, right? But what we can is to train our brain in such a way, and it takes some time, it doesn't happen overnight. But you know, plugging into these kind of chats, yeah, that's why I'm doing the Facebook Live. You know, for us guys to connect, to reconnect, and to you know, being surrounded by this kind of energy where we can create and co-create and bounce from each other and be there from each other and be fed with something that is useful, you know, because when we complain in life, and don't take me wrong, sometimes I moan and whinge, you know, sometimes I have a good old little, you know, but I compared to 15 years ago, you know, I am very much aware of a power of the thought now, and the power of the word, what we speak. So when my housemate says, the life is hard, you know, then I was like, wow, I mean, if she's someone who is relating to life as hard, that's a hard life to have, right? And it's not like it's true or it's not true, but just that thought, right? And when we speak it, like, even like when I speak, like, life is hard, it's like, oh my God, imagine to live when you're thinking life is hard. How about switch to life is an adventure? You know, that's how I like to think about my life, you know? And I've got challenges all the time. Yanka is saying yes to challenges. Yanka, cheers on that. And I'm really glad you said that. Yes, the challenges. I'm an expert. So for those of you who know me well, and I would love to hear, God, I want to have you here because I would love you, Yanka, to say why you are saying yes to challenges. There is a very good reason for this. Trust me, guys, there is a very good reason why Yanka said yes to challenges. And I would love you to write a little bit more like why. Because some people will be like, you know, yes to challenges. Yanka didn't say yes to problems. Although it can be like the same thing. But she said challenges. And I love that. Because, guys, the truth is, without them, we would be bored. And we wouldn't grow. And I can't even imagine my life without challenges. Yes, sometimes I'm holding on for dear life like this. Because, like, even today I was on a call and my tummy was like really, I'm going through some procedures and next week I'm having a little surgery. And you know, like, it's like, it's exciting but very challenging time of my life, okay? And I can't even remember when it was like easy. Never, probably. But you know, like, there are some periods when you're a little bit less, a little bit more, and now it's like, really, I mean, you know, and I'm embracing it. I'm talking to God all the time. God, Mother Nature, universe. I always call it something else, but I mean the same thing. Something higher, which I believe in, that is here for sure, like, for all of us. And, you know, yes, the challenge, absolutely. One thing that I say is that I feel like I'm growing so much. I'm growing so much. And with every challenge, another learning comes. And the truth is, if the challenge comes and we don't learn, it's okay. There is another challenge that is coming, similar. That's why sometimes we have in life same things happening over and over and over again. Because someone up there, the way universe works, let's call it universe for the purpose of this call, I believe that someone out there is like giving us opportunities to learn. That's all it is. That's all it is. And we can, you know, spend the time moaning and whinging and, you know, battling through it. And I know it's easier to do it sometimes. And sometimes we need it, you know, just give ourselves a break. But what if? What if we look at things like, okay, show me, like literally, show me what is there, or what is here I need to learn. And there is something I've been struggling, guys, with, or struggling, well, struggling really, for over 8 years now. I cracked so many nuts in my life, but this one is still a challenge. And it's been 8 years, and I literally, when was it? Sometime at the beginning of January, I really opened my heart and I asked, and I literally went, okay, show me, what do I need to learn to get this, to become a mum. And it's unbelievable, girls, and boys, whoever is watching, it's such a roller coaster and such an amazing gift, and I grew so much through all these challenges. Even 2 days ago, it's never plain sailing, but I'm very, very grateful for every challenge, and it's up and down, but I always try to think about it as a challenge. So thank you very much for this little comment. What else are we saying yes to? Talk to me, guys, let me know. And maybe I can share in the meantime, before I have another comment, what are we saying no to in order to, Ivetka, welcome, darling. What are we saying no to in our lives in order to create the space for more yeses in our lives? So for me, what I'm saying no to is, I'm saying no to chasing my tail. Yes, I'm saying total no to overwhelming my life. I'm saying no to doing things for the sake of pleasing other people. I'm saying no to doubts in my life. Yes. I am saying no to working too much and too hard. Yeah, and these no's really create a space for another powerful yes in my life. I'm saying also no to attachment. And that alone is giving me a freedom to just brand new freedom in my life, so I can actually say yes to things that come to my life for the reason, and the people who appear in my life for the reason. I am saying yes to one thing that is really important in my life at the moment, and that is being more in connection with nature. Being more in connection with who I really am. And because I said yes to being connected with nature, I started attracting things in my life, and really being more in tune in terms of what I create in my life. So I started doing, these wonderful projects like yoga walks and yoga retreat in Slovakian mountains that are totally combining everything I ever did, learned, done, and it was so much of it traveled in last 15 years, and I'm literally placing it the best of the best of it all. I have opportunity to do this in these two projects. So, and that they are both, the connection is there with the nature. So I'm totally saying yes to being more in nature. Even like things like walking barefooted on the grass. You know, I just love, you know, giving more space to things like this. Like the pure enjoyment of, you know, cooking and just really enjoying the process. I'm also saying yes to one big thing, girls and boys, but I can see mostly girls here. I'm saying yes to enjoying the journey, not a destination. So, you know how in life we are often saying like, you know, once I get there, then I can relax, or then I can work less, or in my case I was saying that, and then I can work less, or then I can, some of us say, when I get this, then I will be happy. Now I gave that up completely. I'm just happy now. You know, I'm just, you know, just really grateful and happy now. I can't even tell you how much I look forward to just sheer fact that, you know, my husband sent me a text message, 5:30 he's coming home. And tonight I'm at home. I actually created a space to be at home on Wednesday evenings. I didn't have that before, I was working. But I actually created the space for Wednesday evenings to be with my lovely husband. And I can't even tell you how happy it makes me. I'm going to cook nice dinner today. I'm going to do a little juice. And I'm going to work till about 5 o'clock today. And then I'm just going to be with my husband. And I have no plans. I just want to hang around with him. Be spontaneous. You know, just spend a quality time with Billy. And maybe we play some music and we'll cook together. I ask him to peel potatoes. You know, I'm saying definitely yes to things like that in my life. And then, yeah, being out in the nature. So, guys, by the way, if you want to come along on 30th of April. It's going to be amazing. Bluefields. Yeah, bluebells. We are going to see bluebells. I'm just looking at the picture of my bluebells on the wall. So I'm definitely saying yes to... Oh, I'm saying yes to miracles in my life. And that is something that has been happening in my life, touch wood, for a long time. Every single person I meet or I interact with is coming to my life for good reason. And there is me learning from my students or clients and or people I meet, and they are learning from me, and it's just such a beautiful way to, you know, to be. So I just love, you know, creating the space to spend the time, like quality time with people in my life. I'm talking a lot, guys. I want you to talk. I really wish... Tell me, like, really, well, because I need to keep on drinking. I get so thirsty. It's quite a lot, actually, to talk for 45 minutes. I wish... Oh, we are almost at the end. So, guys, just to wrap up, because we are finishing at 45, then I've got a client at 2 o'clock I need to prepare for. But, you know, guys, I really would like to share, in case you are watching this from the replay, as we only have 1 more minute to go, I want you to share with me, what are you saying yes to in your life? Let me know. I want to hear about it. Share with us. And hopefully this was useful and a little bit thought-provoking. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to your answers. And next week with Martina, fingers crossed, we are going to fix everything, all the technology. So we will be here again together, because it's just so much nicer when we can bounce off from each other. I really enjoyed that 2 weeks ago, so we'll do it again. Regardless, we will be here live every Wednesday. Come and join us anytime, 1 o'clock, even if you have like 2 minutes on your lunch break. And talk to me, guys, talk to me. I love seeing you. I love you know, reading stuff from you. So please, please, please talk to us and let us know what you want to talk about next time. Okay, let us know what would you like to what would you like the theme to be, the subject of our next live. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a great rest of the week. Enjoy your weekend and the spring, and say a lot of yeses to a lot of great things. That's what I wish you.